Welcome to The Insider. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment and click on the notification bell for latest football news vibes. Manchester City have been warned they could end up in non-league football if they are found guilty of breaching financial fair play rules. On Wednesday, it was reported that the Premier League has recommended a 12-point deduction for Everton if they are found guilty of breaching profit and sustainability rules. According to The Telegraph, who claimed Everton are facing the threat of severe sanctions if they lose their fight against allegedly breaking the Premier League's financial regulations. On the back of the latest development in Everton's case, many fans have been speculating about City's potential punishment, as they are currently being investigated for breaking financial fair play regulations 115 times between 2009 and 2018. Back in February, a statement from the Premier League read, "In accordance with Premier League rule, the Premier League confirms that it has today referred a number of alleged breaches of the Premier League rules by Manchester City Football Club to a commission under Premier League rule." Former Liverpool defender and England international Jamie Carragher wrote on social media, "The PL want a 12-point deduction for Everton for one charge. Man City are going to end up in the National League North if the PL get their way. Unbelievable the amount of stories that come out about Everton's situation, but Man City's, which has 114 more charges and has gone on for much longer, has gone very quiet." After the charges were announced, City said, "Manchester City FC is surprised by the issuing of these alleged breaches of the Premier League rules, particularly given the extensive engagement and vast amount of detailed materials that the EPL has been provided with. The club welcomes the review of this matter by an independent commission to impartially consider the comprehensive body of irrefutable evidence that exists in support of its position. As such, we look forward to this matter being put to rest once and for all." Pep Guardiola hailed his Manchester City players for being humble enough to take young boys seriously as they moved closer towards qualification for the Champions League knockout phase. City have the Manchester Derby to consider on Sunday as they look to keep pace with Liverpool and Tottenham in the Premier League, and Guardiola made 7 changes from the side that had beaten Brighton at the weekend. The team were frustrated by young boys in the first half and then conceded quickly after taking the lead after the break before going on to win the game. That leaves them just one win away from qualifying, and they can confirm their spot in the knockouts by beating young boys at home in a fortnight. City were treated as VIPs for this clash as the heavy favourites, yet Guardiola did not feel like his players gave anything but their usual professional attitude as they made sure they did enough to get the victory. "I had the feeling we were there. I admire my players, the way they face every competition and every game," he said. "I don't think they feel they are something special because they have won the treble in the Champions League. We are humble enough to accept opponents can punish us." The finish was fantastic from Meshack Elia. "I'm really pleased because you have to come here and win, and I know how difficult it is. We won 2 games away, so now it is in our hands to finish first at home, and we are going to try to do it." Chelsea winger Cole Palmer was allowed to leave Manchester City this summer because he is deficient in certain areas, according to pundit Chris Sutton. Palmer was a surprise departure from the Etihad Stadium in the transfer window after it had seemed as though the 21-year-old was being readied for a starting role at City in the future. However, a bid of £40 million was accepted by Pep Guardiola, and some critics have suggested he may regret the decision. The forward has been one of Mauricio Pochettino's better performers this season, having scored 4 goals in 10 appearances for the Stamford Bridge club. Palmer added to his tally on Saturday night and was named man of the match by Gary Neville on Sky Sport. While some are scratching their heads over his exit still, Sutton feels he has an explanation for Guardiola's decision. The former Blackburn Rovers man told the podcast, "It's all kicking off From what I've seen of him or what I saw of him at Manchester City, I get what you're saying about his quality. But then you're sort of questioning Pep's decision-making there? He must be deficient at something in Pep's mind, whether it's fitting into the Pep Guardiola style of play, whatever it is. But on the face of things, I do understand what you're saying. He's got to be good enough, and while he is a talented player, how can we sit here in this moment in time and question Pep Guardiola, Champions League winner last season? They've won the Premier League for the last 3 seasons, whatever it is, and he doesn't get a lot of wrong. So maybe, should we wait a bit longer before we cast judgment on Palmer leaving? Thanks for watching this awesome video.